Now we've got Planeteers set up, and slight differences. We got the new board. The inner solar system is considered explored, etc. Everybody's got their prior exploration or production counters in place. What we've really added here, first of all, we're using this column now for the contracts. Remember, you can get double moves on that and get extra money. But the big addition is now we have these I don't remember what they're called, enhancements or whatever, adaptations and breakthroughs, which can be gained. They couldn't be gained earlier, even if you had actually cycled around. Nobody did. The closest we have is over here. Yellow actually got a couple genetic improvements. So they're close to being able to pick a genetic operation. One thing I got to be careful about is the prerequisite on a radiation resistant. You have to have another adaptation for that. Last time I played, I cheated and did not catch that. Okay, everybody's got 2 starting cards instead of 1, plus a time card. The deck's set up. In the 4-player game, all the start cards are either handed out to the players or on the board available to be purchased. So that means draws will come directly from that richer deck of even better cards. Let's take a look at some of our goals here. 2 progress cards, that's what these are, progress cards. 3 asteroid bases. Asteroid bases are specifically going to be in the asteroid zone down here. Bases in 3 regions beyond Jupiter, 2 bases beyond Uranus, 3 bases in any one region, non-Planeteer, non-start Planeteer cards in 3 infra slots. So the infrastructure that we already have built still works, but in order to get this value, and this is a valuable one, it's 4 points now, as is the 3 regions beyond Jupiter is 5. In order to get that, we have to get rid of all the start cards and actually replace all these cards with later cards. And nobody's got a start on that yet, basically. And bases on 4 sites containing water or life. I have not yet incorporated one thing that happens in the start, which is the beyond markers. So the first beyond will be set up at one of their teams at the Ceres asteroid site, and they get an exploration successful. So who got the first? Blue did, and that'll go out to the Oort cloud, and they will. Let's see, Ceres is here, and they'll get a guy there, and they didn't find anything. But that's a high production site, so setting up, what, a refinery or whatever might be very useful there. And then the other is the second beyond, one team on Vesta, but unexplored. And the second is over here, green, and he'll be at Vesta. Not a big jump, but again. Okay. And we're ready to get started. We start with the same first player, I believe. No, we start with the player with the team on Ceres first, and then if there's not that, it goes to whoever has the least profit, and then it goes random. Well, that happens to be the blue player is over on Ceres. So let's look at what he's got and what is available. And remember, now we're starting with 3 cards, so doing a research right off the bat denies you a draw from the top of the deck, so not necessarily an advantageous situation. But what is bad here? What is bad here is I have absolutely no infrastructure that I can build. Does somebody have a build 3 infrastructure? If they did, it might be worth jump starting that. I don't see it. I have a lot of move capability, though, which I could throw into place. In particular, what's very interesting would be the shielded move 2. as an infrastructure. That would allow me to do shielded movement all the time. I am going to place that and replace this card with it as my action. And that allows me to draw a card. It's nothing that I need to deal with right away. Okay. What about yellow? Yellow doesn't have anything on the board yet, so they're going to need to sail out and start doing stuff. Their movement is quite good. With this card, they have a move of 7. I have to check movement. I'm not sure that... I think it still costs 1 to leave the base. Yeah, it's not until we get to the Starfarers that changes. So I would have a movement of 4, 5, 6, 7. I could make that 14 if I want it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could get out as far as Saturn. As far as Saturn, well, there's a problem. That gets me into the radiation zone. Not something I want to do, except I'm coming from a shielded factory zone, so I can safely launch from the inner solar system out to there. So, beyond Jupiter, this would put me beyond Jupiter. Sounds like not a bad idea. This is not an infrastructure card, so let's go for it. Let's play my 7. Let's make sure nobody... I don't think there are any edges in the starter decks ever. Okay. So, a move of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't land somewhere that has any kind of gravity, like Titan. Unfortunately, Titan is particularly advantageous. I have 2 exploration, so I wouldn't be able to go for Titan anyway, unless I get a lucky draw. So let's start looking. All the builds are 5s. We'll just go here, and we get a card, and a lot of movement. Okay. Got an infrastructure exploration. That's kind of interesting. Green is already sitting at Vesta. It only takes a 1-point explore, which I have in the bank. So let's just grab that and see what happens. And we get an abundant ore and cheaper base building. And I get a card to go with that. This would be interesting for doing a level 3 exploration somewhere. On the other hand, it is a decent card, and there are reasons. You know, it's always a tie whether or not you want to do that. Okay. I got a big infrastructure movement, purple. Oh, anything else I want to do? 4 movement could get me 1, 2, 3. I could do a landing over here. But instead, I could do that big infrastructure improvement, and I am going to take that. There's another one there somebody could grab. But I don't know, I very seldom like to do the research if I've got things that I can do that look like they're good ideas. Okay. Come back around to blue. And what are we sitting with? Still a lot of movement and exploration. I don't have any building. I think it's time to do research if that's the case, right? Unless I was going to do a time card and hit 2 places. I could keep playing it out for that. Well, a build 3 is not that unlikely for me to get, but a shielded build 3? I don't know about that. What is the asteroid zone bonus? 3 asteroid bases. I've already got a jump on it. Maybe I should fly out and hope that I get the build capability. Doesn't sound terrible. I've got 6 movement to begin with. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can land on either palace. Doesn't make a difference. So we'll just sail out there. We'll go for the asteroid bases. And we get a free draw. We didn't get the build we wanted. Okay. Coming over to yellow. Well, yellow's out here. I've got an Explorer 2. I can do that. Doesn't seem like a bad idea. What I can't do is build there unless I'm building a radiation-free base. So that's kind of one of the problems. I find abundant water. That's a good sign. I believe that lets me build the shielded base. It does. I get 2 victory points for finding that. And I get my draw. This is a card I can play for my turn and just get victory points, but I got a hell of a build there as well. Interesting. Okay, what's we got here? We have... So green needs a build 2 to build something there. I don't have that. I could pay somebody if they had it. They don't have it either. I could use this. That's not there. I could make a race with blue for the 3 asteroid bases. Possible. I could play this and just give myself a big bonus. A 2 movement. I'll sail here. Now the problem with this is I'm leaving my shield factory, but I'm building up my card hand for later possibilities. Okay, a lot of build capability for purple, but I got to do my move to get there. I've got this possible infrastructure build that has a shielded build on it. That's kind of neat. But unfortunately, those are both start. You know, I'm just putting start cards in my infrastructure, which is not an ideal. What if I move? Well, my current move is 6, 7. I can move a lot more. Again, I could get out to Saturn. Is that where I want to go? I've got shielded build capability. That's kind of nice. I don't have a lot of build, though. I only have 4. I could drop an infrastructure. Since I've already dropped 1 infrastructure, that's a start card, I'm going to put another one, and I get a time card, which is always good. Over to blue again. Blue is set up. We want to explore. Wow, we have to give something good up to explore. What if I play a non-start card here for my explorer? This puts me to yellow. See how fast it flows, though. Okay. Here, if I want to build, it's going to cost me 5. I've got to build 5. That actually looks like the best I can do. The alternative would be like a build 3 or something like that. I hate giving up 2 victory points. I really do. But, I mean, is the time card a better thing? I mean, the numbers are right. Let's just spend this. And we will build our shield factory there. Unlike in the previous set, there's no first person somewhere type card. I mean, these are all the first thing to do it. There's a first colony coming up in the next one. But for the most part, yeah, There's no let me race to get somewhere. What's nice about the Shield Factory, though, is I, and anyone who pays me, can start building here with radiation protection without worrying about it. I don't believe I drew a card. I'm not sure. I get a genetics that will allow me to get an advance next time, which is also appealing. Okay, 5 cards on green. Well, green needs to do an Explorer. I got the Explorer card there. I'm all set as far as I'm concerned. The only problem I have is that I will not be getting a draw. I'll live with that. I would get a draw if I play this. I could play this out anywhere. See, here's the hard thing. Blue is probably going to beat me to Palace. And that means I won't get the 3-base thing unless I push hard. I have enough movement to get there if I rush. I think I'm going to rush this, and I'm going to grab the Explorer here and forego a card. I got a special discovery. That gets discarded, and instead I get an E2 tile. Now this could also be a specialist discovery, but instead it's Exomicrobes, which gives me $2 for greenie. And you may have caught that, like, maybe I moved the wrong counter at some point or something, because I'm having trouble with the colors. I wouldn't put it past myself. Now, what's nice about the genetics is I can get my genetics marker up with that. So that's pretty cool. Okay. And now we're on purple, who has lots of time cards. Not a lot of stuff to do. I could fly 2 sets of things way out there, though. And I have shielded build capability. This sounds interesting. What is my total possible movement? 4, 6, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. I could get out into as far as Uranus. Now, looking at these victories, bases in 3 regions beyond Jupiter. Saturn's beyond Jupiter. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly 2 of my units, 11 movement points. Let's see this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, and I don't know, Ariel looks like it has water. Let's land there. And then the other one, I could drop this over in Uranus, but I would rather actually be in multiple areas. So, you know what? Titan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to land on Titan. That gets rid of these 2 cards. Nobody has any edges that they can grab stuff with. Okay. Continue on to blue. Ah, I draw a card. Okay. Go on to blue. What's blue up to? Blue explored, or no, blue can explore. I think that's what they're just set up to do. So we will do an exploration here. And we find a natural wonder. That's 2 victory points right there. Nothing used. We get another time card. Time cards are good. Lots of things are good. All right. Yellow. Yellow's way up here with their Shield Factory. We would like to aim for 3 bases in 1 region. That looks plausible. So, since we have a Shield Factory, we can fly without worrying about the radiation. We have a move of 2. We'll just jump over here. That gets us. We're still at 4 cards, so we still get a draw. We're going to want to do something that uses a card next time, probably. Okay. Okay, over to green. Okay, green's plan I think was to build. I have build 3s in both cases. Now, unfortunately for me, I only have a 1 here, a 4 here. I could do research and pick that up. I hate to lose a produce card, that's victory point, you know, but it's only 1. So I will play this sucker along with a time card to build both my bases there. And let's see what we build. The abundant ore is just asking for a refinery. The one other thing that I might want to do, well, there's a couple. Spaceport to get me some extra movement, for example, although that may have changed. Double the value of movement cards. Of any one movement card. If all moving teams begin at a spaceport. Okay. The other one is a genetics, and for that, I am going to build the good old biolab because it's the only place I can build these. And that gets me a genetic advance. I thought he was doing that. What am I thinking? I thought he was set up to do that. Must have been confusion about the cards. And I draw it again. Play at the beginning of your turn, take 2 turns in a row. I will probably just do that when I get the chance. And then over to purple. With low number of cards, but nice positioning. However, I need an Explorer 3 here and an Explorer 2 here. Is there anyone who can help me? There's an Explorer 2 out there, an Explorer 2 there, but there's no, I can't use my own infrastructure in conjunction with that. To me, it feels like it's research time. I'm going to draw, I could use my time card. But I want to use that to do 2 Explorers at once. I'm going to use my research to draw 1 card here, see what I get. When a contract is fulfilled, if it was yours, gain 2. If it's an opponent's, gain 1, or a produce. So I'll pull one of these as well. And let me make sure I'm at 4 cards or less. I am. This gets refilled, and I get a card. Revelation. Okay. Back around to blue. It's kind of hard to stop. You know, I want to stop. Getting kind of fatigued. Yeah, let me pause for a bit and give the battery a chance to recharge and give me a little bit of time to rest up a little. Okay, so blue needs to do a build operation and would like to do 2 of them, but there's a problem. I don't have enough points to do 2 of them at once. So I think I do a research in order to grab some stuff. Now, this is really pleasing to get an infrastructure with shielding, etc. That gets me, once I get that placed, which we're going to have a few turns where we're not drawing cards because of this. Once we get that placed, that gives me a couple of builds at once. So I'm going to draw this as well, just off the top, because there was nothing that really excited me sitting on the board. I don't get a draw, but I do get to fill that. And I need to light my pipe again. Okay, so now yellow. Yellow's in a situation where they need to do an explore operation. That's really easy. I don't know what I'm doing with this guy, but I'll leave him back there. He's in a shielded location. I can't do base-to-base movement because I don't have a spaceport yet. So I'll just do an explore here and grab this. Discard and draw an E3. Okay, I found a cheap-to-build water location. Now, I've already gotten the one bonus thing off water, the shield factory. I don't know, industrial might be pleasing if I'm going to keep filling out, but there's not that many. I do get my $2 though. we do not get a draw. Okay. Play at the beginning of your turn, get 2 turns. That's usually a good idea to just do. Alright, what's green up to? Green built 2 of their things. They're in a position where they can actually use this double turn, get here, explore it, and get themselves into a really good position, if I've got enough movement. I think I do. I have to play this for movement. The Explorer's cheap. So yeah, I'm going to play this to give myself 2 turns. First turn will be my move. Move 1 isn't going to do it. Move 2 isn't going to do it. I could pay him a card, but I would rather not help someone. So I'm going to play a move 4, kind of expensive, make it to Palace, and then an Explorer 1 gets me this base. And that'll be my 3rd base once I get it, which fulfills one of the contracts, the 3 asteroid bases. So I beat blue out for that. I'm low on cards, so I get one. That's a nice little card. Not shielded building, but whatever. Okay. Another bump. Okay, purple's way out in the middle of everywhere. I really wish you could hold some of your cards, like time cards or something like that, between arrows. It just feels kind of painful not to. So I got a 2 produce. I don't have another base over here, so all I could do is produce this once. That's only $1. So that definitely is not going to get played for that. Oh, this is a nice move. So what am I looking at? I'm looking at exploring two zones. I need an Explorer 3. That means I play this Explorer card. I play my time card. And I'll get the Titan Explorer, which is a level 3. Exomicrobes and exotic elements. Wow, all kinds of stuff going on here. First of all, I get 2 victory points. Secondly, I get a genetics improvement. And this is a P2, but it's going to be more expensive to build bases. It takes an 8 to build here. So that's going to be kind of problematic. And I may be paying bonuses to use shielded building. And then the other one is just an E2 out here. Take it off this pile for now, for some reason. 2 more bucks, exotic elements. But again, high production values. Nobody's got anything to give. Time card, regular card. I get my draw, nothing exciting. And now, actually, if I get those bases built, production becomes valuable. 2 production on 2 valuable bases could get me a big leap in victory points. Okay, blue is getting beaten out in their race. But boy, do they have a lot of cards. Too bad they don't have a double move or something. Well, we have this. So my builds are build 3s. I want to get these out of the way. They don't have to be shielded. Do I want to do the infrastructure first? This is such a good card. I'd kind of like to. I'm going to replace this old move card. Wow. What's going on up here? That's a chemical drive. This is the other kind of move card with this build 3. It's another turn of pain, but now I filled in 2 of my 3 with non-start Planeteers cards. So yeah, I'm not getting a draw, but I'm getting a good set of stuff going. Okay. Puts me here. Yellow. Yellow is slowly working things up. Well, I want to build if I can. And I have that capacity. However, I could also get a genetics improvement. So basically my choices are build that space, which is a 5, Base is cheap. Oh, it's cheaper than a 5. So I've got a 5, make it a 2. So I could do it with just that build card. Better than that might be to spend my genetics, though. And let's see what I could get. Adaption, my builds are cheaper. Low body mass, my moves are cheap. Well, I get more move, essentially. Cooperative empathy, I can use other people's bases without paying a reward. Sensory focus, when I draw an E3 or primary discovery, I get to choose. I don't really like that one. Adaption, I would love to get that. Which do I want right now? Well, my move capability is kind of low. I'm going to grab adaption. That gets me a victory point, because I'm the first person to take it. And now I have this extra 5 move anytime I want it, which I like, but, and I had to play genetics and push this forward. That goes here. I don't think I gained anything there, did I? No, second progress card is a game, but I'm down to 4 cards. So I get a draw, and it's a time card, which is always useful. Green, not a lot of cards, but we got a big game. Can we do another build and get our contract? That's really what we want to do. So, let's see. It's a build of 3. Base drops it down to 2. Unfortunately, you know, I could pay somebody. I could upgrade. You know what? I'm going to do the upgrade because, yeah, I'm going to want to move eventually up there. I want better moves. I'm going to upgrade this card away because this puts me in the position where I can build that for free. Yes, I'm getting rid of something that, you know, is better than this, say, or better than that, but I don't think I'm going to need it. Not with the hand I have. I still have this card, which is useful, and I get a draw. Okay, this is huge. This will allow me to jump all the way out to wherever I want to go, basically. That's a really, really big event, which I'm very excited about. That can get me to either go into Uranus, which gets me towards this bases in 3 regions, but it's the 2 bases beyond Uranus, which I really kind of like. I could put myself out here to Pluto and Charon and just, you know, grab that out there, and then it gets me in a position where I'm close to the Oort cloud and can get first place on the next one. I really like that card. Okay. No contracts were fulfilled. I got to keep this sucker up so I remember to use it. Purple. What's up with purple? Well, purple wants to build. Purple doesn't have a lot of build capacity just lying around on them. I could buy some. Get myself up to 6 easily, which this is a 7, 8, 9. This is a 6, 7, 8. I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 most. I'm just not seeing where anything's going to get where I want it to go. Produce could get me some victory points, but I don't have a lot to get. Jeez. I really want to start building these suckers. And what microbes and exotic elements. I don't think exotic elements give me anything here. They don't. I don't know why there's a picture of them. Whatever. So yeah. Huh. Gosh. I feel like I need to research, but then I don't get my draw, which I don't really want to do. I'm gonna blow. What can I get on? Energy fields. Secure. Secure doesn't really help in this, I don't believe. When boat gain, yeah, you can gain points. In the next one, it's very valuable. I'm gonna spend a genetics and hope that I can get lucky and draw another one or something and get the build card. Hey, I did. That's awesome. And we'll keep this in play. Because I don't know if we're going to fulfill a contract anytime soon. That puts me back to blue. Okay, what's up with blue? Blue wanted to do double build if they can. I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 available. All I need is a build 3. I did the upgrade, that's why. Okay, I play a time card, and I'm going to build both of these. Okay, the abundant ore, I'm going to put a refinery there. This gives me a really good producer, if it comes to that. And then the natural wonder, you know, the only thing that is really helped by a natural wonder is getting a P1 on the tile. I don't know if that's terribly valuable. I think I would rather do something else. I could take a card with a research thing. I could build a spaceport, which gives me a boost to movement. Given that I threw away some of my movement, that might not be a bad idea. Although I have a lot in my hand, and you don't need to keep moving as much on this board. You don't need as many moves, but they have to be bigger. Anything else that I'd really like to do? The shield factory I can't do. I don't have water. That would be useful. My hand is too big, so I am going to build a research base, I think. That gets me another card. Is there something I really want? Well, it's time to count my movement. I have shielded movement here. I have a lot of movement available to me. So I'm not going to draw a move card. Do I have enough exploration to do something big? I mean, this is a start card. I'm going to just draw another card. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay. And I'm not allowed to go for a breakthrough until star. Okay. Puts me back on yellow. Yellow wants to build if they can, I think. So base is -1. It only takes a build of 2. I got a build of 1. Well, I could upgrade. I'm not gonna upgrade a start card. Let's put it that way. So we'll build there. Now that's water. Water says I could put a shielded base there, which would be useful for my next move. I think that's not a bad choice. Spaceport is another option because it gives me better movement, but I think I have enough movement, especially since I took the low body mass. So let's put a shielded factory down here for that. And we're in good shape. That gave us... Oh, shit. Oh, son of a bitch. See, I get confused as to which player I'm being. So that was this one. This is yellow's turn, not green's turn. Okay, yellow's turn. Well, they already have a shielded factory here. This one has a P1. They only got a P1 here. I don't think it would be a bad idea. So here I have a build of 5. How do I get build 5? Not easily. Crap. So I'd like to build a refinery. I feel like somebody have a big build. We got 3s out there. I could get a 5 build if I give somebody a card. Is there somebody I feel like is not doing very well? I feel like blue's not doing all that well. So I'm going to actually give them the bonus. The other alternative would be to throw out a time card. I don't think I want to do that. This is a start card, so I indeed play this. 5, my build is 2 plus 3 is 5. And I was going to build a refinery to give me better production. That gives blue a card. At the beginning of any turn, name an action. Yeah. That probably will not get done. And on my side, I also get a card. Green. Green wants to build. I got a hell of a build capability here. I don't need that. My built-in build is good enough. So I am going to build... What was I going to build? I was going to build a shield there. Although I don't have the kind of movement I was hoping to have. But I don't feel like a spaceport does me much. I'd be getting a 4 move instead of a 2. I'd rather have the shield, draw for move cards, see what happens there. What am I doing beyond that? I can claim the asteroid bonus. 3 asteroid bases gives me $2. Okay, I get a card. A contract was just fulfilled. How close is purple to fulfilling a contract? Purple's not very close. I think purple is going to play this and take their victory point. I'm not sure. And then finally he draws a card. Well, there's my movement. Okay, I gotta close my door. Well, purple needs lots of build capability. Well, it's just not happening, but I can build some up. So I will play my genetics card. Swing around. I'll take the adaptation for energy efficiency, which gets me a build of 3. And I don't get any victory off that, but I do get a card. I like those discover things far away, but yeah, we're not preventing anything. Piles of cards for blue. Blue has set themselves up. They're ready to move somewhere. What is their goal? How are they going to get another victory point? And how are they going to get a contract built? 2 progress cards doesn't look likely. Beyond Jupiter, beyond Uranus, 3 bases in 1 region, no. Infrastructure upgrade, or 4 sites containing water or life. Well, that's kind of interesting. Yellow's already got 2. Green has 2. That's one that's going to be hard to keep track of, I fear. Right, where do I want to go? Well, I have a shielded move. If I get 2 guys out there, or actually, what was the beyond Uranus? 2 bases beyond Uranus, 3 bases in 1 region, bases in 3 regions beyond Jupiter. Oh God. Okay, so this is Uranus, is very expensive to Triton. Not so bad for Saturn. None of them are so bad from Saturn. Jeez. Well, how far can I go? Can I go the whole way? Probably. 6, 18, something like 26. I'm pretty sure I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 7, 13, 19. I could get all the way out there. 2 bases beyond Uranus. So getting one person out to Pluto would be useful. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 14, 20. 2, it has to be shielded. Oh, some of these are shielded. Never mind. 7. 15. That's not good. 7. I can get up to 19. This isn't going to help much. Okay. If I shield it with this, I don't have to worry about that. So that becomes 6, 14. So I basically have to spend 16, move 17, 18, 19, 23. Jeez. All right, a big pile of cards. Now, if anybody had the scoop up cards card, they would be considering that then. And I'm gonna because I'm also throwing a time card. I'm gonna send somebody all the way out to Pluto. Man, it's expensive to build there. I better be good at building. And I am going to send the other one. Here's the problem. Do I send the other one to Uranus? Because these two can catch that, and I'd get a shot at the 3 bases in 3 regions beyond Jupiter. Yeah. I'm going to go here because it's cheaper and easier. Okay. So those are my 2 moves. They're both shielded. And I get a draw. Did I have something left? I have this edge that I don't think I'm going to use. All right, let me take a little pause after that, because that was a lot of counting for me. Yellow is in kind of a painful position. You're always faced with ugly choices. One is I'd like to use a card so that I get a draw, right? I might want to upgrade this infrastructure somewhere. In particular, it looks appealing there as a replacement, or just here. It's clearly a bonus there. On the other side, hey, maybe I want to do either production or genetics, get some victory points, or I think it's better to start cranking the genetics up. The 2 progress cards is what, 3 victory points. This would only be worth probably the same. No, only 2. But I might not be the person who gets the 2nd progress card right away. And I would really like the radiation resistant adaptation first time. So that I get the victory point off that as well. But then there's other options which are like trying to explore more of this. The problem with that is, and I'd really like to do this because 3 bases in 1 region, that's a victory thing. The problem with that is I give up a card draw if I do that. Because, and I could play a card, but because I have a move 2 already available, I can sail over there for free. So I think I'm going to play the genetics. I don't know if this is wise or not. Let me get more. Don't know. Okay. All right, green is in a really interesting position. I feel like I'm going to jump across the board with this, which means, what do I want to do? Well, I've already got 2 water, right? Oh, well, 2 life water things, which means I'm halfway there. Uranus is the richest place that I can go to. There's E3s here, which are appealing. E3s are more likely to give me something good. So I think what I'm going to do, just grab the Discovery right now, or do the relocate. So here's the problem. 2 people are already out here. Jesus. All right, I'm going to Shrome. Any one of your teams currently in the inner solar system to any site. I have nothing in the inner solar system, so this didn't turn out as good as I hoped. I could fly back there to do that. God damn. What's my Explorer like? I have a lot of exploration capability already baked in. Sure. I am going to fly. I don't have a time, so I can't move very far. I'm going to fly 1, 2... I don't have a lot of flying capability. I only have 2. Or I could use this big expensive thing. Gosh. Not good. I gotta think. I think what I'm gonna do is since I have such a big movement card, I have a 10 movement. I come out here from my shield at 1, 2, 3, 7, 8 down to Taishiana. And that gets me a draw. And it's not what I wanted. Ah! Well, next time I move, my 2 movements still isn't enough to get me into the inner solar system, unfortunately. I was thinking I could do a double move, get myself set up so I can fling someone out further, but whatever. That puts us here. Place a Discovery anywhere. What's purple up to? Purple's trying to build up their build capability. Right now, they're at 4 or 5, which is not enough. They need like an 8. If I do research, I can draw a couple of cards that could help me. And over here it's a 9. And I really want to get those suckers built. Gosh. A Revelation, not likely to do me much. Production, I want to hold that or not use it for this. So I think we're going to do research. And we're going to draw 1 card off the top of the deck and see what we get. We get another one, but... so that's a build 3. That gets me 8. That gets me my first build, which is pretty good. Do I need another build? It's only 8 if I pay a card to yellow, which I would rather not do. But I'll just draw another card from here. That puts us to blue. What's blue doing that's interesting? Blue's out in the middle of hell. Way out there. Okay, well... I have exploration capability, able to look at both of these. This one is more of a rush right now, so let's go see what we see there. And we don't have to play a card for this. Well, we found something interesting. A natural wonder with exotic elements. 3 victory points. And yeah, there's certainly luck in this game. We go on top of that so that we claim it. And we draw a card. Okay. What is... it increases the... I don't know how valuable that is. But we're not shielded. And that's a problem. Okay. Choices are getting harder. So... we're collecting things up here in Saturn. We want to go to another Saturn. There's no question of that. We have a move of 2. That'll get us to there. We get no draw. We're done. No, we have a move of 8. Jesus. Okay. Greenies. Green is out here in Titiana. I could explore that. I have a time card. I don't want to do anything. I have my Explore 2 there. We'll just do our Explore 2. Pirates. When placed, each player with one team in this region loses a buck. Secure base only at this site, and it's more expensive. Well, that sucks. So everybody with a... each player with a team loses 1. So green, purple, and blue each lose a victory point. At least I get a draw, huh? Yeah, that was pretty shitty. At the end of an opponent's turn, take all the cards they discarded. Well, that would have been helpful a little while ago. Some of the players... he seems to have a big hand. Maybe he'll throw all his cards. What's purple up to? Purple's looking to make that big build. 3, 6, 8. And I give a card to yellow if I do it here. Sounds possible. What does life do for me? I can advance genetics. That's the special thing that I could do. I cannot build a shield there. I have a shielded build. 7 good enough? 7 is not good enough. Okay, so I'm going to play the 3, 6, 8 and build myself a biolab here. That gets me a genetics point. And I don't think it gets me any special benefits. However, it did give yellow a card. I'm down to 4, so I get a card as well. Okay. Little pause. Who would really like to upgrade, get that contract, I think. Okay. What is blue's goal? Well, first of all, do I have an upgrade that I could get rid of this start card with that I really want to play? I don't. Not sitting on me. I don't want to do the research particularly. I want to use cards. Jeez, Explore 2, that's no good. Can I do the build? That's a build of 7. 2 shielded. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I play these cards. That will get me... neither one of these are start cards. I don't know. There's a guy who might want to scoop these. Builds and moves really interesting to green. Maybe. I think we'll wait and see. People usually dump a bigger load at some point. And we were going to build, it's a natural wonder. There's not a lot I would want to do there. I don't need to move here, so putting a spaceport there might not be so valuable. Secure, I could get some bucks for secure. But there are no other bases there, so no. This would be the place to put a secure now. That looks like it's ready for one to happen. Although it's belonging to an opponent. So purple's the one who might want to, I don't know. There's not that many points in it. If somebody's really heavy and if other people are really heavy. So, I mean, we have a couple refineries already. How valuable is this? I don't think this is that valuable. Can I build a space port here? As long as it doesn't have a gravity penalty. Oh. I could put an exploiter. I get T equal to its P number. Yeah, that's not very useful. Basically, the problem is I don't really want to exploit that piece of property. Maybe I don't want to build there. Maybe I don't want to build there. Maybe I want to go move and go look at this other place. Did I spend more than one though? 3. Yeah, I spent 2 of these. That's the problem. Let's explore that other tile instead. Looking to the bottom of these. Hey, that looks yummy. I get a buck, and bases are cheaper out there. That might work out to be my better choice. No draw, though. Okay. Yellow. What's yellow trying to do? Yellow's still got somebody way back here. He's probably hoping to get that card that allows you to jump anywhere. The only person smart enough to be getting it, well, I think I'll just keep exploring. Okay, we found something kind of valuable. Abundant ores and water. Yellow. Victory point for that. That's going to be a cheaper base. Water does good things for you. And again, I get nothing back though. Green. Well, green found these stupid pirates. A secure base would give me 2 victory points. If I got like a build 7 kicking around with shielding, which I don't, that would be of some value, but I do not. So what I'm going to do is I got to move 2. Shit. I need more movement. And I would like that to be shielded, given my situation. So, how much movement do I need? Not a whole hell of a lot. I'm going to do a research operation. I'm going to hold on to this. I'm going to draw a card. Okay. And then I'm going to take this one. There's a limit beyond which you can't draw any more of these. If you have 7 or more or something like that, these might be at the point where he can't do it next time. Now I could do 2 revelations. That's pleasing. Purple. I got my biolab here. What do I want here? I'd love to get that set up so that I can do my 2 production, because that refinery is pretty iffy. So can I get a build of 7 in play? Nope. Okay. Oh, forgot to recharge this. Okay. So I have a build of 5 sitting out there. If I do research, I can get better than that. If I play a research card, that gets me 2 more. Do I want to throw away a revelation when I have double revelation in hand? Yeah, because I'm going to use this anyway. So let's start drawing. First one, I'm going to get 4 total. What am I looking for builds? Okay. That's 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm good at this point. No, that's only 7. I need 9. Okay, second one. Third one. I have a shielded build, so 4, 8. Yeah, I'm good there. I'll keep drawing from up here because none of these look really all that great. Although the move 6 might be useful. Keep drawing. Keep drawing. Nobody wants to steal that card. Yeah, I probably can't do research with him anymore. I'll check that rule very quickly. Controlling rule is when you announce a research operation, you cannot have more than 7 cards in your hand. All right, we're going to take a little break at this point. We're over at blue again, and we're kicking along pretty well, I think. Probably have made some mistakes. You know what? I don't think we're going to finish the Planeteers board very quickly. There's still a fair amount left. If we had gotten to the end point, I would have said that. But it's been an hour-long video. Why don't I split Planeteers into 2 different sections? That way I can load some of this up for you.